I know some of you guys, I know a lot of you guys probably know what a vision board is, but you might not necessarily know why it's important to, you know, create a vision board. So I just kind of put together this slideshow just to kind of, you know, edify like what a vision board is and its importance and like what it has done for me in particular. So what is a vision board? So I kind of just got this information off of Google, and you know, a vision board is a dream board. It's a collage of images, pictures, and affirmations of your dreams, your desires, and they're basically just kind of images and, you know, again, affirmations and stuff like that. And they like, the purpose of it is to kind of like just give you inspiration, you know, motivation, and allow you to kind of use the whole law of attraction to attain your goals, right? So LOA is short for law of attraction, and like I'm very, very, very big on like the whole law of attraction. I definitely do, you know, believe in that and believe in those things. And I definitely do believe that it is it's just important to, you know, just align yourself with the goals that you want. And I feel like the very first way you can do that is by creating a vision board. Okay, cool. So this always happens. Okay. Vision board, right? So why should you create a vision board? So when it comes to creating a vision board, I like to, you know, create a vision board to kind of think of the things that I want. So a lot of the times, you know, especially like, you know, like college students, people who are out of college, really any period of your life, sometimes you kind of get into like this block where you're like, what do I want out of life at this point, right? And I kind of had that situation when I got back from, you know, the Czech Republic, where I was like, listen, I'm getting a degree in this. When I really want to do this, like, what do you want from life? So I had to like put it all down on paper, and by attaching images to it and attaching affirmations, it kind of allowed me to kind of just align myself with what I wanted, and allow me to actually sit down and actually have like a real talk with myself about the things that I wanted out of life, and, you know, like my desires and like the things that I truly, truly wanted out of life, and, you know, really just get it all down on paper. So you should honestly just create a vision board just to get organized. So it also helps you get unstuck with things. You know, a lot of times, you know, people, you know, have midlife crisis, you know, like midlife crises at the time, and they're just like, listen, like, I don't know what I want out of life. You know, I don't know the things that I want to do. Or can you guys still hear me? Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So I know a lot of times, like, you know, people have, like I said, like midlife crises where they're just like, listen, I don't know what I want out of life. I don't know what I want to do. And I feel like a vision board kind of helps you get unstuck, right? Like a lot of times people think that they need to create a vision board at the beginning of every single year. And, you know, kind of just to start the year off right. I mean, it does help a lot, but you can definitely create a vision board at any time in your life, because you don't just get stuck at the beginning of the year, right? You don't get just stuck at the beginning of the year. It can happen at different points in your life. It can happen, you know, in the middle of the year and the beginning of the year. It can literally happen at any point. So it's very fortunate to like just have all of that laid out in front of you. That way you can kind of have a second plan for yourself of what you need to get done and how you're going to go about it. So the next reason why you should create a vision board is just a daily reminder for your goals and dreams. So I'm very, very, very big on like just dreams and goals and just desires, because I feel like a lot of people kind of live their life without the things that they truly, truly want. And they kind of say, hey, I'm going to do this later on in life, or hey, I'm going to do this like tomorrow. And it's one of those things where like people just don't believe in themselves to even obtain their dreams and goals, because one, they don't even have it down in front of them, right? So I'm just like, listen, I'm one of those people where it's like, listen, you can obtain anything you want as long as you manifest it, as long as you put it out there, because there's no reason why you can't have the car that you want. There's no reason why you can't go to the country that you want to visit, right? You can take full advantage of that as long as you, one, put the information in front of you and you obtain that thing. So the next thing that I have, which is for why you should create a vision board, is, you know, really because just to put your information out there. A lot of people, it's kind of one of those things where like, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So for me personally, I'm a firm believer that if you want to obtain something and you're not thinking about it all the time, then you don't want it that bad, right? You don't really want it that bad. Out of sight is literally out of mind. There's no reason why you're telling me like your desire is to, you know, have your dream house is what, like 3 stories high, 3 bathrooms, 4 kitchens, and you don't have that image in your room. You don't have that image in your workplace. And you're telling me that this is your desires. Why aren't you thinking about this all the time? Like, the law of attraction is so powerful. And like, if you align yourself with your goals and you align yourself with the things that you want, there's no reason why you cannot attain those goals. There's no reason why you can't attain those desires, because one, if you're putting it in your face and you're waking up every single morning and you're seeing those things, like me personally, on my wall, and I think I've had this conversation with Lizette, like I literally have a whole bunch of affirmations and goals written around my entire room. Like, I look any corner of my room, I see my goals, simply because I'm trying to align myself with them. I know I'm going to get them, but I have to continuously remind myself, right? There's not one day that goes by that I don't think about, the country that I want to go to. Right? I go on Expedia every single day and book imaginary tickets. Like, I don't even check them out, but I know how much it is to go to the country. So it's one of those things where every day I'm aligning myself with all of my goals, all the things that I have planned for the following year. I don't wait for those things to happen. I align myself with them now. So when they do come, they come in abundance. So it's one of those things where, listen, write your goals out, see them every single day, and really just put them out in front of you. And then again, with vision boards, they're also really fun. I'm the type of person, I'm not really into the whole cutting out papers and gluing them. Like, arts and craft, I love to be creative, but I don't like a mess at all. So I prefer, digital things. Everything is a lot more organized. I have, I can actually get cute pictures from Google and not have to, go through magazines and stuff that may not have the things that I want. Like, I want specific things for myself, right? If I say I want an all black Maserati with exterior sheets, I want to see that on my vision board. I don't want to see one that I found in a magazine that I don't even really want. So I like to have things really specific for myself. So that's why I like to do virtual vision boarding, because I could pick whichever pictures I want. If it's not there, I could create it for myself. Now, the next thing is what kinds of things that you can really like put on a vision board. Like, you can create a vision board for pretty much everything, right? So there's kind of like 3 types of people when it comes to vision boards. So you kind of figure out which person you are, and it'll really help you in your creativity process, right? So there's the self-assured vision board person. So this person knows literally what they're going to put on their vision board. They're the specific type of people where they're like, listen, I want this exact house right here, this color. I want this exact sofa, this house, this shoes, these cars. Like, they have a specific layout for what they want out of their life. Like, they know exactly what they want. They know, what kind of foods they want to eat on there, their goals. Like, they literally know the specifics of everything, down from color, size, to mark, everything. They know everything, right? So those are like the self-assured vision boarders. And then you have the I'm not sure what I want, but I need a change. I like to put people in that category. Those are like the people who make goals for New Year's people, right? Because when a New Year's come, you kind of get that motivation to, everybody's making like New Year's resolutions. So you become one of those people. You're like, listen, I don't know what I want, but the New Year's coming, so I know I need to change something. So those are like the New Year's people. They get the gym membership because listening, like, I'm gonna go to the gym now. They get the gym membership. So those are your New Year's people. So if you're that New Year, I used to be a New Year's person, though. I'm not gonna hold you. I used to be a New Year's person. Only rating goes down when the New Year's come. But as I got along, I started to realize that goals are just important and different, milestones throughout your life, not just at the beginning of the new year. So, but it just so happens that this is almost at the beginning of the new year, but I swear it's just because of time wise, right? But literally there's different types of people for that. And then you also have the person who just goes by themes, right? So there's different types of themes that you can write about. You can do health vision boards where you just, write down your health journey, what you want to do, whether it's gain weight, lose weight, maintain weight, different foods that you want to try, like a plan for yourself, right? Different exercises you want to do if you want to get into yoga, aerobics, all that kind of stuff. Those are like people who kind of like have a vision board specifically for health. And then you have like learning goals, and you have career goals, like the dream job and stuff like that. You have family goals, priorities. You also have like vacation and travel, which is what this call is, because like, just to stick with the theme of things, travel, stay abroad, yeah. So vacations and places to visit. And then you have like the person who literally wants to just live a good life, the best life, right? So they have everything on it. They have their health goals, their learning goals, their career goals, their travel goals, their family goals, their priorities. They have all of these categories pushed up into one. So literally find the vision board person that you are, because again, when I'm not like, I don't want this to just be a one-time thing. Like, after this, I want you guys to like kind of do this anytime that you need an adjustment in your life. Or if you are still kind of unsure about something, you still need guidance. Like, I want people to do this all the time, right? So definitely figure out what type of vision boarder you are. I mean, I feel like everybody is one of each, really. But, there is one thing that you're more of than the other. So figure out what kind of vision boarder you are. And then that way it'll make this vision board experience really fun. So yeah, so then the last thing is really just, figuring out in terms of where to get your images from and how to create a virtual vision board. So usually I would use, Google Draw. A lot of people don't know about Google Draw because it's not really like the top icon on like the whole Google store or something like that. But yeah, Google Draw is pretty much like what you can use to, create your vision boards. It's literally a blank sheet of paper and you could just drag images from Google and put it onto your page and kind of like make a collage or make a whole thing of things that you really like, right? So Google Draw is a nice place to go. Now, in terms of getting pictures, I am a Pinterest guru. Like, if you see my Pinterest, it's organized to everything. I know what kind of nail design I want right now. I know the things that I want. Even though I have 12 houses saved up in the house section, I know what kind of house I want, right? I got car section, I got shoe section, I got bag sections. Like, my Pinterest is very organized. So I can just go in there, take some pictures and just throw it on my vision board because I know exactly what I want. And that also kind of aligns me as well. Pinterest is a form of vision boarding as well. If you've been on Pinterest, you know how it's all set up. You can kind of house everything in one category and you just have like a whole bunch of pictures to look at, all from like the comfort of your phone. And then, of course, you have Google as well, just to get random pictures from there or words that you need. And then, of course, you got your camera roll. So being that this is traveling, I'm pretty sure most of the people on this call, I'm not too sure, have been out of the country. So, you can use those pictures from your travel experience and put them on your vision board. Hey, I want to revisit, I'll just say the Czech Republic. I want to revisit the Czech Republic, or I want to revisit France, or I want to revisit, Puerto Rico or something like that. Like, you can insert those pictures because as long as it's things that you actually want, you can insert them. And then, of course, Google Draw, again, that's where you're going to create, your whole vision board. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for my no, I didn't. Yes, actually I have one more slide, sorry. So what's going on? Okay, I don't know why my computer is being like this today, but this is what the last slide looks like. So I just kind of inserted some examples of vision boards. So this was kind of like a travel one that I found of like just a nice little travel one. Like, I really like this one, right? Like, it's all, it looks fun. Mine's look a little too structured, but this one, it looks really fun. Like, the pictures are overlapping each other. You got a little bit of this color here, this color there. I actually really like this one. And then you have this one at the bottom too. I don't know why it came out a little blurry, but it's just a lot of vacation pictures, a lot of country pictures. This kind of has like a nice little flow of colors going on. Along with this one, we see Italy right here. This is definitely Greece, Santorini. And I think we even see Egypt. So, and Nepal, maybe, oh no, I think it's India. But yeah, so we see a lot of things. I don't know why this picture didn't come up. It was there, I swear, when I put it up there. But yeah, so this one right here is actually one of my vision boards. It's very, very structured because now I'm looking at the rest of these and these look real fun, but mine's is super structured, But yeah, that was kind of like my vision board, have the airplane there because, I love to travel. That's kind of what brought me. And the reason why it's in the middle is really because it's kind of what brought me to think about this whole vision board thing for myself. And it's kind of like what's gotten me to, really just explore like the things that I really want out of life and not the things that people believe I should be doing, right? So it just kind of just opened my eyes, really. It really did. It opened my eyes. And then, of course, I got other things around it. I am Muslim, so, get closer to my religion. I want to have balance in my life. I want to be able to balance a lot of things and just be at inner peace, really. And then, of course, work out. I have to put that one up there because, I mean, who am I kidding? I haven't been working out. But it's on there, so it gives me motivation that one day I will start working out. And, I like to do a lot of charity stuff, giving zakat every Friday, and, I want to start a charity. I want to give back as much as possible. This is my country's flag, the house that I want, one of the houses that I want, again, the black Maserati with the red interior seats that I talked about that I really want. And of course, like, just like, like a rank in like one of the businesses that I'm also a part of, right? So that's kind of a little bit about my vision board. It doesn't really go with the travel thing, which is why I'm going to create a new one. But that was just some things that I have done, right? That vision board is literally on all four corners of my wall, just hung up. And I kind of just look at it every single day. But yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to say in regards to vision boards. So I'm actually going to show you guys how to, go to, the whole Google Draw. Go to, Google Draw. You pretty much just look it up, and then Google Draw will pretty much just come up. And from here, you literally kind of have like free range to do as you please. You have a blank canvas. You can stretch out the picture, make it as big as you want, make it as small as you want. I mean, I think this is as small as it goes. But yeah, you can stretch it up. If you want landscape, you can do landscape. If you want portrait, you can do portrait. But this is pretty much how you can use this platform to really just create a vision board. And yeah, just some things on like how it works. You could always like go here, insert some pictures. And the fun thing about this that I actually learned is that sometimes they actually even have things that you can actually search directly on a web without having to go open up a whole bunch of browsers and like download pictures that you probably don't even want saved to your computer. But one thing I did realize that the pictures here are not that creative. Like I thought they were getting it straight from Google, but sometimes they don't look too good. It's like right now, if I look up airplane, I'll get some pictures. Oh, actually, wow, this is actually really nice. Never mind. This one is actually really nice. So I'll get some pictures, I'll like, crop it up real cute. Like I said, I'm very structured with mine. So I like to, fill in the corners first and then go fill in the middle part. So, literally just inserting some pictures here. Of course, you can go back here again. Insert another picture. Let's say a country that I really want to go to, Montego Bay, Jamaica. We're gonna look up. All right. See, they see. Now this is why I say, like, sometimes you might just have to go to Google if you don't see no pictures that you really like, right? So sometimes you might just have to go. Oh, this actually isn't too bad. So I'll put that in there, throw that up on my screen. Again, I like to fill in the corners first. Yeah, I'll make it that size. Yeah, and then you can also. And the thing about Google, like this whole Google Draw thing, is like it gives you free range to really just be creative. You can insert anything that you want. They got shapes on here. You want to throw in Where's the heart? Yeah, you want to throw in a heart in this. You could throw in a heart, and you could change the color of the heart, make it red. Throw that in on top of your picture. Boom. Of course, I would. Oh, actually, this doesn't look too bad. And get some text in there. Travel 2021. You could structure that out. Get a real cute, plaster it in the middle of your paper. We could center this a little. And then you have, of course, the fonts. You have the fonts that you can choose from. You can make this as big or as small as you want. Again, change the color. Maybe you want some pink or something. No, we're gonna go with blue. All right, that looks kind of fine. But of course, I would make this a lot bigger. So you look, like it literally gives you free range to really just do as you please on this platform. And I think that's what I really like about it. That's why I kind of really use it for vision boarding, because again, you get some really, really good quality pictures, actually pictures that you actually really want on your vision board without having to just go with newspaper or papers around you. And it's less messy. And then it's one of those things where, and it's color, like it's so colorful, and you can really do what you want with this, right? You can literally do what you want. So I don't know. That's pretty much like all I had in regards to, vision boarding and drawing and stuff like that. So so pretty much the activity that I really wanted to do on this call was have each and every one of you. I think there's like 3 of you guys on here. Oh, wait. Oh, hey, Sika. Okay, good. So you got a few people on here. So really, I really for this like activity, which is why we said bring your laptops and stuff like that. Because what we really want you guys to do on here is create your own vision board. So definitely, sticking. I don't think you don't need to stick to the theme really, but again, this is the whole international week. So definitely you could definitely do something about traveling. So definitely make your own vision board. We're gonna use like probably like maybe like the next 20 minutes 50 actually the next 15 minutes to get some images up on your vision board. It doesn't have to be complete, and then in 15 minutes we could kind of all gather back around and kind of really just discuss what we put on our vision board and why, or if you're comfortable you could talk about why you put it on your vision board and stuff like that. So yeah, so what do you guys think? Does that sound like a plan? Okay, cool. I got a head nod from Kelsey. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Or maybe I should. No, yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna work on my vision board. Definitely you guys do the same thing. Whereas like I don't know, like I really get a thrill out of this. Like that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I love vision boards. I like hearing other people's goals and stuff like that. Just because people are so different, right? So I want you guys to think deep inside. Like think of that country that you want to go to. That country that you're like, dang, like if somebody gave me money, I would just go there. No questions asked, right? Or the countries that you want to go to, put them on your board, make it real nice, make it real creative. And I mean, it's only 20 minutes, so get as creative as you can with 20 minutes. But of course, you can always finish it later on. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let you guys get to your Google Draw. So again, it's googledraw.com. I think we could gather back around. I hope that was enough time. I hope that was enough time. I didn't want to keep you guys here too long. But so yeah, I hope you guys got some things down. So being that we got a few people on this call, whoever wants to go first to share their vision board can, just let us know, let me know. That way you guys can just share your screen. So who wants to go first? All right, perfect. You can go first.
I can share my screen?
Yeah,
Okay.
you should be able to. Can you?
I think so, yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So this is my vision board.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was supposed to travel to Korea last summer, but because Corona happened and my trip got canceled, I was very sad. But yeah, my dream is to go to Korea. And yeah, I'm trying to do that in my sophomore year at least. And so that up here is the Han River Bank in Korea. It's very famous. A lot of people go there to just hang out, and you could run into celebrities randomly there. It's very like everybody goes there. And then that's Korea University. If I have to study abroad, I'd like to go there. And then here is a concert of a boy band that I like, Stray Kids. I'd love to go to a concert, not just Stray Kids, but a lot of concerts. I haven't been to any, so I want to do that. And then right here is Norebang. It's a karaoke, and Korea is very well known for that, and it's just very fun. I like to sing karaoke, not like I'm Beyonce, but I try. It's fun. And then this is BTS. They got me into Korea. Like that's how my idea of Korea and everything started. I actually have a textbook up here. I've been learning Korean by myself. It's pretty fun. So they also have like very cute cafes in Seoul. Like they have like very themed cafes. There's like cat cafes. There's like a bunch of fun stuff that you can see in cafes. So I really want to go and visit. And then Thailand. I watch a lot of Thai dramas, and this is like a classic lunchbox that every college kid has in Thailand every morning, and it's just like I think I want to try it. I like to eat food a lot, so I like to try foods. And then that is that those are fruits. Like Thailand has a lot of different fruits, and basically sometimes when I can't eat anything, I live off on fruits. So like I'd love to go try the fruits and like see what they have. Yeah, so pretty much that's my vision board to visit South Korea and Thailand.
First of all, wow. You did that in 20 minutes. Wow. That actually looks really, really good. It actually looks amazing. Like, I'm over here looking at mine and I'm like, sheesh, this is what you came up with in 20 minutes. But no, honestly, I really do like it. It looks really, really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Korea, that like you said, I even think Kelsey actually even dropped it in the chat. We actually do have a South Korea program and with the study abroad office. So, and I hear Korea is really fun. My sister's actually been to Korea. She's been studying the language as well since 6th grade. So her school kind of like just gifted her with a trip to go to Korea, and like she stayed with like some boarding school kids, and like she had a pen pal as well. So she really enjoyed it there. So you're definitely make sure you get out there for sure. Definitely make sure you get out there.
Thank you.
Wow. Up and Lizette visited South Korea too. And by the way, Lizette is also on this call as well too. So you got some connections. You got some connections.
Hi, Lizette.
You got some connections. You got some connections. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you for sharing. Amazing word, amazing wow. Like, I think you put mine to shame. I'm shy to even share mine, but you did a really good job. You did a really good job. So, big shout outs to you. Let's see. Who's next? Let's see who's next. Great.
I wanted to focus on France for me because it's a place where I've lived for 2 different years in my life, and whenever I get to go back and visit, it always like feels really good, and it has this other sense of like home in a way for me, and there's a lot of people there I want to visit. So like this is Bordeaux, which is a city that I feel the most connected to, and I tried to put some French words on here because it will help me remember that I need to speak French or I'm gonna forget how to speak French. So I wanted to, this means like just to take a walk around, and I love the food, like especially just like little sandwiches in France are so amazing. So like want to try some food. I put a bicycle because I am not good at riding a bike, but I had to ride a bike in France and I got better at it. And my boyfriend is obsessed with riding bikes. So whenever we travel, he wants to ride bikes, and I always like am too scared to do it. So that hopefully will like inspire me that it will be a beautiful and not stressful thing to ride a bike. And then I just put like, I love getting espresso when I'm there and stopping and visiting like new restaurants and like little places that are off the beaten path. Obviously, like going to wineries in the Bordeaux region, that's like a huge part of what the whole culture is there. And then this is like one of the typical train stations in France. And every time I see something like this, it just really reminds me of all the little trips I took in France and how many of these little train stations you go by on the train. And then I put this picture because I love to go to thrift stores and vintage stores when I travel, because it's more affordable for me to take home some clothing, but it also feels like really authentic and unique. So that is that's my board.
Again, I don't know how y'all did that in 20 minutes. Like,
I've been practicing, not in vision board
that looks
format,
good.
but thank you.
Okay. You're not going to see my vision board at all. But I mean, maybe down in the future. But I actually did put a couple of things, but I don't feel like showing it. But primarily, I'm looking at my daughter and I have been looking at Costa Rica as a destination that we both want to go to, and I've been teaching her about the importance of travel and learning about the world. So we've been watching, and I think you should add to your vision board resource list YouTube. We've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on Costa Rica and trying to figure out the places that we want to go to once we're there. So that's one thing I've been working on. And then the other thing that I find really interesting about the vision board is some of the words that you use. I find the power of envisioning and visualizing what it is that you want for yourself and for the future. And that's something that's of course always a work in progress, and sometimes we feel we do really well at it, and then other times it's like, oh my god, I think I lost a step, and it's like refinding yourself again and trying to find that is meaningful and important to you. And also about the power of positivity. My husband's been working a lot the last couple of years on the power of positivity. So I find myself using the words, but not necessarily
Mhm.
practicing what I'm saying. It's like it's a matter of you,
Mhm.
of course, practicing what you're going to preach, right?
Mhm.
Um, and the other one is the power of imagination. And I think that's exactly what you're talking about, is that if you imagine it, it will be. I
Mhm.
remember at an earlier time in my career when I seen two things that I really wanted. And one
Mhm.
was that I wanted a piece of land to build a home in. And I visualized that that's what I wanted. And guess what? I got it. And then the same thing with a job that I wanted. I remember seeing the job that I currently have on an ad on a newspaper, because back then, 20 years ago, everything came in the newspaper, of course. And I
Mhm.
remember saying, I told my husband, I said, that's going to be my job. And guess what? That is the job that I have. And so, if you visualize it and you envision it and you believe in it, then yes, you can have it. And I have this on top of my desk that I always look at it all the time. And he says, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. So
Mhm.
no matter in what difficulty I may be going through in my life, I have this that I always look at that reminds me that no matter what difficulty I'm going currently through, that there's always something positive that can come out of it. So that's
Mhm.
that.
So this one was mine, as you guys can see.
Wow.
This ain't all that cute, but I'm gonna fix it.
It
I'm
looks
gonna fix it.
great.
Oh my god, thank you, thank you. So as you can see, I'm really into color. I love color. I love pastel color. I like brightness, and pretty much like I just kind of put a lot of travel stuff on my page, really because again, like I said, my passion definitely is travel. Like I'm willing to do anything travel as a career. Like if you could pay me to travel the world, I would do it for free probably. So like I just want to travel, right? So I have a couple things on here. I traveled to about like 10 different countries already. And like I said, my overall goal is to visit every single country in the world. So I have a few of like some of my favorite spots. I don't know what country this is, but I know y'all just see me take that from Google. So it's just the airplane. Just kind of had an airplane on there because, I want to catch flights for the rest of my life. That's all I want to do. This is the only view I would want to see every single day, right? And, over here, I have like the little globe of, just the world, and of course little countries, little landmarks from different states. I wasn't finished, but I was gonna put a whole bunch of other countries around here, but like my top country that I really want to go to is Japan. I honestly think like once I travel the entire world, like Japan is probably where I'm gonna go settle. But then again, that is subject to change because I haven't seen the whole entire world or Japan. So but I don't know, I have a special connection towards Japan or something like that. But I definitely would want to settle somewhere outside of the United States, but Japan is honestly where I'd want to go. I've been talking about Turkey for a long time, particularly Istanbul. I want to go to Turkey so bad. Like I've watched so many travel vlogs. Literally, I watch a travel vlog for every country. There's no country you can mention that I haven't watched a YouTube video on. So I watched a lot of Turkey, and I really like it there. The colors, the atmosphere, the sun, the view, and also the content you can get down there. I like to take pictures. So Turkey, and of course I got a whole bunch of other places, but I didn't have enough time to put that there. Here is a beach in Montego Bay. That's actually the next country I'm planning on going to in March is Montego Bay. So I kind of just put that on there because that's a part of my 2021 goals. So I'm definitely going to have that up there. So, and then of course I got some langos. So if you've been to like Europe, like Eastern and Central Europe, langos is a very, very popular dish there. I don't even know which country created it. It might have been the Hungarians, but I was in Austria visiting some family, and they was like, here, try some langos. Like I'm really into bread, and they gave me that with some like garlic sauce on the inside, and I fell in love. Like I actually craved this thing again. I probably could make it, but the laziness in me is too much. This spring for Montego Bay. Yeah, if you talk about Montego Bay, I'm going this spring, but it's for my friend's birthday. Like it's a separate trip. Like she just planned it for a few days. But yeah, so langos is like the dessert. Like literally, langos is it's amazing. It's like no type of dish that I've ever had. Down here I wrote Adventure Bay because that's something I always like to say. I don't know. I like to tell people like I'm an adventure babe for some reason. I feel like I got it from somebody from the UK while I was in the Czech Republic. They used to add babe to the end of everything. So I was like, adventure babe. And everybody was like, oh yeah, adventure babe. So I kept saying it, and now I'm an adventure babe. Again, this is Japan. Like I said, I love everything about Japanese culture, anime, and like even the temples, the colors, like I just love it. Down here is Istanbul. Again, flights, that's the only thing I want to catch. And then here's like some French pastries. I fell in love with France when I went, and I think I really fell in love more so with the pastries, right? I was always at the bakery with my grandma. She used to tell me to take it easy, but I just love sweets so much, especially cake and like French. I don't know, for me, when I'm abroad, like the calories don't count. Like the sugar doesn't count, right? Like I can eat whatever I want. Like it just doesn't count. So I used to be in a bakery all the time, getting croissants and, getting little, cakes and stuff that I couldn't even pronounce. But yeah, so I miss those things. And that's pretty much what I have on here. Of course, I'm going to add more, but, this is just, the foundation that I have laid out for myself. So yeah, that's all I have. But, add onto your board, print it out on some color paper or something like that. Hang it up around your room, print out like 10 copies and literally just look at your board all the time. Make it your wallpaper for your, your computer, your laptop, your phone or something like that. Because listen, all I'm gonna say is this year we're all going to go to those countries that we have on our list for sure. Even though COVID is not here right now. Next year, COVID is gone, right? It's gonna be gone next year. So everybody just look at your words every single day, literally and write these words down, right? Literally say, anytime you look at your board, just be like, I'm so happy and so grateful now that, and just fill in the blank where they're going. Just say those words every single day. And I promise you, like, you have no reason not to achieve those goals. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope this was very insightful. Continue making vision boards and yeah.